Tell me when. I said, tell me when. Oh, you're up. You hit the camera button on the side there, and it says camera button. No, go back. Okay, here we go. See this one here?
Oh, it got lost in the light.
Boom.
Good. All right, have a seat, Brady.
That's the way to go. Sorry for the delay, boys and girls. Tony Techie that's for sure. Where's my coffee, Tony Techie? Oh, Tony, I need my ice pack. What a night. Oh my God, what a good time we had. Just kidding, guys. I'm not hungover. Are you kidding? I had the time of my life last night, let me tell you what. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we had a special live broadcast, which we'll be talking about all about in a moment. Let's get through some of the other stuff first. We got Skipper T in the house.
Morning, everybody. How are you? Great to see you. I'm behind the camera. Morning, Jim.
I had a birthday this past week. Nobody knew about it because I didn't broadcast it. I didn't broadcast it. I just as soon forget it. There was no fanfare. There was no band. There was no dancing girl. I did have a cake. My wife got me a cake. And but what I did want to do for my birthday is I wanted to go out and have some snacks. I love snacks. So at about when my birthday was, is about when this March Madness thing turned up. And I want to go there for my birthday. Tony Joe didn't even know it. I didn't, I wasn't going to broadcast it, but that's where I was going for my birthday, whether or not anybody knew about it. Because I thought that this cat's got the right idea. What am I talking about? We'll get into that in a half a minute. Before I go any further, we have a new addition to the door. The Little Creek Oyster Bar in Greenport, New York. Right here. If you've never been, you should go. We will be going there regularly every Friday for a while. Where am I going to put this, Tom?
How about on the left, right at 9 o'clock?
Here?
Over more where it's clear and you see it.
Here? Here?
What about like right here? You get a nice view of it.
Here? Right, I got to get on the flat part. No, I could actually go here. Oh, yeah. So we got a sticker. If anybody else has a sticker that they would like to put on our door, by all means, it has to be oyster related. And anything else will be up for discussion. Fred's been sick. He's out with a bad tooth. His birthday was also this past week, or maybe it was just a week before. Both of our birthdays are right on the money. And we were both going to go get braised short ribs, but we haven't done that. So we went to, Tony and I went to Little Creek. We'll get into that in a minute. Because that's really what my show is about today. And I want to probably finish up with that. But I want to go through some other stuff first. Equipment update. Let me open up the door. I'm a little frazzled today. I did sleep in a little bit. My head is not totally, I'm a little groggy. I had a good time last night. Tony Jo didn't drink, she was driving. Remember, your internet might not work out that great. This guy, okay? The seed sorter. I have been working in the creek for the last 2 days plus, and sorting out all of our seed, and it is working phenomenally. This thing is like, it just shakes along. The stuff comes flying out. I'm going to shoot a live video. I'm going to shoot some sort of a video for you with it in action. I had to just test it out, and I just didn't have my phone, and I was all by myself, and I couldn't show you the inaugural shot, but I am so happy that this thing works. It works great. I was running through seed, the big stuff. I was going through the big stuff first. And we were able to cull out. Now this is overwintered seed. This is valuable stuff. It made it through the winter. We had very little death. It was a warm winter. A lot. I'm not going to go into numbers of how many. A lot of seed was able to be culled through and retained on that size in relatively short order. At least half, I don't know exactly how much time, but it was a short time. And it just blew through. Oh yeah? Good for, happy birthday. Where else was I? So anyway, more on that later. Can you go to there and kind of tune it this way maybe and stay in tune right there? Pump. This bad boy. Harbor Freight. Worked like a charm. Boom. 2 pulls, maybe 3. 3 pulls. And it fired right off. I did winterize it with antifreeze and gave it a really good shot of WD before I put it away. But she came out, flying colors, started right up. I put it in that thing overnight, over the winter. So it was sitting in there. It was safe and sound. It's got some corrosion going on it. This is going on its 2nd year. It's still pumping like a champ. Do believe we're going to get at least another year out of this thing, if not more than that. We shall find out. Going on 2nd year. Predator 2000. Okay, 1/3 the price of Honda. It works. It works great. This was 2 pulls. It has been sitting in the shed for the last October, November, December, January, February, part of March. 4 months plus. 2 pulls. Bang. I did nothing to winterize this. I just stuffed it in the thing. I did check over the oil. Oil's looking good. Changed that for the season. Again, another season. I am so happy that I purchased this opposed to the one that cost triple the price. So far, so good. So that covers that. Whoops, look out. Good thing that wasn't on my feet. I still didn't even put my boots on yet today. I got my slippers on still. I closed that door down. It's chilly today. I shouldn't say it's chilly. It's beautiful, sunny out. It's, what is it, 40 out? 39 is what it is. So it is nice. Okay. Let's take a couple of questions while we're here. If anybody's got anything going with that. Any of that equipment stuff. Oh, these Grundig's pants that were on a closeout. I think I showed you these guys. I've been using these at the hatchery. I've been working at the hatchery 3 days a week too. I had to modify the button a little bit. The button popped off. So I did a couple of stainless steel. That works great now. Back in action. I'm not that, it's okay. They work great at the hatchery, but that's about it. Zip's in the house. What's happening, Zip? Jimmy Frozen's in the house. Jimmy, you've been calling, and I haven't been taking it because I know that when I get on the phone with you, Jim, it's going to be for a while because we're going to pick up right where we left off, and we are just going to be yakking. So I'm sorry I haven't took your phone call, but again, text is best. Tell everybody, text is best. You got to get a hold of me if it's an emergency or this or that. Hit me up with a text. All right. We got son of us coming in the house. We got son of it in the house.
It's Antonio.
Oh, it's Antonio now. There he goes. And that's right. You're right. It's true.
Shout out to all of my Bike Man channel fans.
All right.
Are you going over the...
Okay. What? Island Creek, Little Creek Oyster Madness. Okay, here we go, which is what the show is about. We have a new project on our steel. Tony, you're going to come down in here and come right in here, or what's the story? You going to come in for this part? You're going to sit down on the step like we normally do, or vice versa? I'll get the heater on for you over here, nice.
See over there if it's ran or not.
Yeah, you're looking good. You got your notes? Where's my thing? There we go. There. Sorry for the delay, guys. We're a little bit. Good morning, Lakeland, Florida. Bring it on home. Dean Parks, thanks for tuning in. Calvin's in the house. Soundtrack. Jimmy Payton, Zip. Jimmy Frozen. Anybody else want to shout out? Bring it on home. Don't forget to comment down below, guys. You know, after last night's broadcast, we had a special broadcast. If you're brand new and you're just tuning in and you haven't subscribed to the Happy Oyster Show, shame on you, because half of you are not subscribed. And if you are subscribed and you hit the bell, you will get notified of when we have a special broadcast. We had a special broadcast last night. Now, you can watch it in the syndication, but it's always fun when you watch it live. There's something about live that makes me tick. And that's really where I go. You can't. It's so easy, it's so simple. For me, I just let it roll. And I don't have to edit desk. I get complaints about my videos are too long. You got good content. Well, I'm sorry. I need free labor to get a camera operator and an editor, okay? So get on it, and then you'll have edited content. Exactly, Seat of the Pants, the Seat of the Pants production by Tony and Bart. Right, T?
Seat of the Pants Production Company, you better believe it.
So we're having a blast doing it, by the way. And because we are able to adapt to change so quickly, we can take our content and turn it around. We don't have to have any approvals. We don't have to do this. We don't have to present anybody with any storyboards or any of that stuff. We just let it roll. Let our reputation speak for itself. And that's the way we've been doing it. So here we go. March Madness. Hold that up on the thing. That's actually, you got yours? Because this one I'm filling one out. Yeah. There we go. Put it up there. Get it up there nice and close to them. I can see it from here. Go. Yeah, get it closer.
Here,
Nah.
you hold it and I'll
Oh, you hold it and I'll say. Okay. All right, get in here nice and tight. I just want to get a good shot of it so everybody can see this, take a picture of it on their phone, so that way when we're talking about it, we can all reference it, because this is important. We have 16 farms. Let me get my finger out of the way. Hold it nice and steady for you. So we have 16 farms that are going to compete against each other in a taste test. All right, now, so each week you're going to have week 1. All right, it's over here.
Use yours, read off yours, pull that up and read off yours, reference it. That way you don't have to,
Hold it and read it at the same time? Okay, hold it and read it.
Hold it up, and then you can put it on that. I read off the top. Look at it, yeah.
Meaning like that?
And then just look at then I've got it zoomed in on that. I've got it on that, and you just read. So it's easy for you to tell you where people should look. Left column is week 1, left side. I know where it is. So I can do with this.
Now we're talking. So week 1, we got Fisher's Island, Fatch Island, West Robin, Maristella Blue Points, Mermaid Makeouts, Great Gun, Little A oysters, and Little Ram oysters. It was a double-blind drawing about who goes against who, and it's all been certified by an accounting firm called Dewey, Cheatham & Howe. And it's going to be a really, really fun time. Very similar to a basketball bracket. I don't know, who's going to win? That's what I want to know. So here comes my bracket. I haven't filled it all the way out, and maybe you guys would like to fill out your bracket. I got the finishing championship of being Peconic Gold Oysters against Great Gun. Peconic Gold Oysters is the farm that is the closest to our farm, and Great Gun is where I cut my teeth over at Paul McCormick's farm. It's where Paul employed me for a year or so, and taught me a lot of stuff. So I got a little place in my heart for Paul McCormick over there.
He's got fantastic, delicious product.
He does have a delicious product, but you know what? They all have a delicious product, okay?
It's gonna be nutty.
Tony and I am like, how is this going to work? It's going to be fun is what it's going to be. Some people are taking it seriously. Some people are taking it as a joke. It's just all about being fun and being happy and communicating amongst other farmers and having a little bit of friendly competition. And it's just going to be a good time. We talked with Ian Weil over there and his wife, Rosalie. We talked about various different things, and it's not working. No, it's no good. It's Tony Joe. If you don't keep it on the ground, it's no good because it just keeps shaking just a little bit. Just leave it there, and now you can come back. Ian came up with this idea, and I thought it was phenomenal, and I ran with it. I ran with it as quickly as I possibly could, and we went in there with both guns a-blaring last night, and we had a really good time. Are you there or not? Are you coming in? So, where was I?
You're talking about Ian and Rosalie, who own Little Creek Oysters.
Right.
And they, in a combo. Hi, let's back up.
Now I can sit back a little bit. Here, I'll hold it. Good.
Fantastic. Okay, so we arrived in Greenport. Google it. We have it on our link here. You can go and check out Greenport. We went to Little Creek Oysters Farm and Market. The owners are Ian and Rosalie. What geniuses, marketing geniuses, just so big picture, creative, fun, smart, hardworking. They got their place is beautiful right in the inner downtown Greenport. Greenport is a village, and they came up with the idea of March Madness, like the basketball, obviously. And when Ian and Rosalie put it out there, they I'll put it together really, really fast. It's kind of a work in progress, and they'll critique it as it goes. But hey, that's cool. You got to try something. Love it. And they have 16 oyster farms on Long Island competing. And as Bart said, I don't know how. It's going to be very interesting to see what comes out. The contest is based strictly on taste. No condiments, no sauces.
No ketchup on your oyster.
Yeah, nothing, just the pureness of what nature what the farmers have grown for you to eat. And let me tell you,
the area, when you grow a grape, Tony, you would know this because you took that sommelier course.
terroir.
Where? Terroir?
Terroir. The land with agriculture as opposed to the water with
which is
aquaculture.
Merroir? Merroir. Which is the type of air, or where it is grown. And every little spot has its own different flavor characteristics. Go ahead.
Yeah, pH. Exactly. And just going sidetrack into grapes again, grapes and wine, it's huge about the land, the terroir, the land and the different varietals of wine and the water of the oysters, the taste of the oysters. And again, it's only by taste. We're not to look at the shell, the cup, the ease of shucking. Well, we're not shucking them anyway, but it's strictly taste. It's going to be interesting because we were there last night and we had some of the competitors. We had some from Oyster Ponds. We had Mermaid Makeouts. We had, what else do we have on there? We had a bunch. We had a bunch that are competing in this tournament. And
that he's doing every week. And what is his hours of operation?
He is open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, from approximately 5 o'clock on. and check the website. I'm not sure if it could be earlier, could be, but anyway, Wednesday to Sunday. The contest, the first week starts this Wednesday, March 11th. And between Wednesday, the 11th through the 15th, anyone who comes in and wants to be a part of this, and you can participate and get a season pass and pay one fee for the entire tournament, which Bart and I did last night, or you can do each a week or whatever you want to do, different price points. And let me tell you guys, if you're out there and you're local, come on out. We're going to be out there on Fridays.
Approximately 5:30. We'll be going live every Friday at about 5:30, which is a new mini-series for us. So please subscribe to us. Please tell your friends, subscribe. If you don't want to be there live, then watch us live on your phone. Or we would love for you guys to come and join us. And talk with us, and talk amongst yourselves.
And get to know the oysters of Long Island, because we want to get Long Island on the map. And these 16 farms out of 49 of Long Island are very forthright. They're going to be, I think this is going to be something that's definitely going to be an annual event, and right this year it's 16. It's going to grow, and as we were kidding around with Ian and Rosalie last night, it'll probably be a round robin or a double elimination or a heat or this or that to pick out who actually make the 16, because people are going to hear about it again to promote Long Island oysters.
Now, it sure would be really cool if Fisher's Island, Thatch Island, West Robin, Maristella, Mermaid Makeouts, Great Guns, Little A, and Little Ram Oysters joined us next week. That would be so cool, because we could get everybody live, and you could give your little talk about who you are, where you grow them, and we could, again, it's all about promoting Long Island oysters. This is kind of where I was going in the whole beginning. It's not necessarily about me, myself, and I. It's about us as a coalition to put New York and Long Island on the map.
We left out a big point, Bartolucci.
What's that?
With this tournament being Long Island, we were remiss in not saying that the top Long Island oyster is going to be competing against Rhode Island's top oyster. Rhode Island farmers are in an oyster cooperative, and Ian and Rosalie have spoken with the Rhode Island competitors, and it's going to be a Long Island, Rhode Island championship at the very, very end. As Ian said yesterday, at this time of the year, there aren't a lot of oysters for the growers, the farmers here in Long Island, as well as in Rhode Island. So it's been agreed that depending upon which farm continues on.
Back up for a half a second on that.
Yep.
Let me just explain that for a half a second, what Tony Joe was just talking about. This time of the year is a little bit difficult. The oysters have overwintered. If you're not a major big grower and you're a boutique type oyster grow, right now you're waiting for that spring. You're waiting for that spring pop, the oysters to start growing and whatnot. So product might be a little bit scarce. It's not that they're not growing good, this or that. It's just the time of the year, and it's it's an interesting time of the year because everybody's hurting for money out here. It's the same old thing, whether you're in the bike business, oyster business, or anything else. March and February, you are screaming funds alow. Tony Joe and I have suffered for 45 years. Okay?
45?
Well, we were in bike business for 45 years, and every March and February, it was funds low.
Right. I know. We used to pay our bills all summer long, so just to make sure we're covered through April when the money started coming back. It's crazy. I mean,
This time of the year is critical, so we got to support anybody and everybody we can. And this idea here is what you call a season extender. You can only do so much in the summer. Believe me, you're just balls to the wall out here in the summer. So if you can extend the season, it's a difference between a record year and an okay year. This guy here has got the right idea. Carry on, T.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal idea. And we'd be remiss again in not mentioning Travis, who works at Little Creek Oysters and was gracious with all the customers that came in, gracious with us. We had the oysters and beer. Also, one of their employees, Alex.
Alec,
Alex is.
my man.
If you watched our video last night, I felt like we had Alex was like a Mr. Pump, just an older, experienced, mature gentleman.
My father was Mr. Pump, just so you know.
And that's a whole nother topic. If you know us, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Alex is a part of the Little Creeks. He's in there with Ian Rosalie, and he makes different snack platters, for lack of a better word. I shouldn't say snack platters because they're.
You call it what? Tapas?
I was saying he's a tapas maker. Delicious cheeses, meats. He had some. What he was saying, he asked us how adventurous we were. Would we duck SHIT? And I looked at it. We looked at it, and it's like I've had worse in my mouth. And what it was his own concoction, his own recipe of an olive tapenade. And he had Spanish olives on there and was talking to us about the recipe.
I ate duck shit last night, and it was absolutely delicious, okay? That's what he called it. It was phenomenal, all right?
And
this guy knows how to snack, all right? He is a snack master. Hats off to you, Alex, because you and I, when the camera went off last night, things really started to happen. So again, come on down 5:30 next week and share some snacks with me and Alec, please.
And the delicious oysters that Little Creek provides. So we have the link on our channel. Check out Little Creek. Come join us. I also want to give a shout out to Carrie and Ann. Carrie is one of the volunteers up at Cornell that works with Bart. Carrie and Ann came into Little Creek. We weren't there yet. No one was there when they got there, but they did spin back. Thank you so much for coming back. And the more the merrier. And this tournament's going to be a lot of fun. Mark your calendars. Fridays, 5:30, Little Creek. And what else? Just a shout out to Greenport. We end up seeing a live performer last night. We met Carrie and Ann at Green Hill Productions, and there was a gal, Rory Kelly, Rorie Kelly, singing. She had a pretty phenomenal setup herself with all her electrical accoutrements to her own musicians, but it's herself and her electronic that she's able to sound like an entire band. Of course, technology today, the electronics available, phenomenal. She was great.
She was really phenomenal. She utilizes technology and acoustic guitar to a new level. And she also uses her mouth as a beatbox. She records the track and then plays the acoustic with it. Just phenomenal. I haven't seen anything like it. I was really, really, really impressed with that. Greenport in general has it going on. They have worked on it, haven't they, Tony? And they really, really are doing a phenomenal job. Hats off to Greenport as well.
Any questions from anyone before we sign off about anything that we've shown?
I got nothing here. We got Ronnie Brown's in the house. How about you? I want to be a juror for all day oysters.
What's that?
I'm trying to read this young I'm not going there. Never mind. Soundtrack of Our Lives is in the house. Calvin, thanks for tuning in. Everybody else, any other questions? 28 minutes ago we started streaming. We made it for a half an hour. I can go back to sleep now. It was a late night last night. Fun though.
For him.
Fun. It was fun. I had a good time. I had a fun time. I had a fun time. Please join us next week, guys. We're going to have a really good time next week and the following week and the following week after that. This is going to be going on for 5 more weeks and maybe even a road trip to Rhode Island. How about you? We're coming at you there, Bluff Hill. We're going to go over there and check out some of his oysters. I bet you he'd be in that thing. I got nothing more to say except for, everybody, I want you to be cool. I want you to be kind. I want you to be happy. Eric Delaquist, McNish is in the house. McNish. Rory McNish, love the guy. This guy's got it going on too. Check out his channel. Love you all, you guys. Thank you all so much. Be cool, be kind, be happy. And of course, Eat me! We'll see you next Friday at 5:30 at Little Creek. Hope you're there. Be there or be square, guys. See ya.